Hello students, my name is Achyut Bure. I am Fluid Mechanics faculty at ACE Engineering Academy. So today I am going to give solutions for GATE production engineering questions for fluid mechanics subject, right? So this is 1 mark question. It was asked in GATE production engineering question paper. So this is very simple question. The dimensionless number defined by the ratio of inertia to viscous forces. So ratio of inertia to viscous force is defined as Reynolds number, right? Inertia force divided by viscous force. This is Reynolds number. So this is very popular number in fluid mechanics. The simplest possible question on the numbers is this one. Simply he is asking ratio of inertia to viscous force. There cannot be simpler question than this based upon these dimensionless numbers. Okay. So answer of this question is D. Now let us go to next question. So this is also 1 mark question. A small capillary tube of diameter 3 mm inner diameter is inserted into fluid having density 900 kg per meter cube. Surface tension is given 0.1 Newton per meter. Angle of contact is given 30 degree. The rise in height of fluid in the capillary tube due to surface tension is, that is capillary rise he is asking. What is formula for capillary rise? Capillary rise H is equal to 4 sigma cos theta divided by rho GD, right? This is the formula for capillary height. So simply substitute the values. 4 into sigma value is 0.1 into cos theta, angle of contact is 30 degree, density is 900 into G value. G value is not given, so we'll take it as 9.81 into diameter. Diameter of tube is 3 mm. 3 mm is 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter. If you perform these calculations, you will get answer 13.1 mm. But if you look at options, such option is not available. So you can claim for this question. Actually what they have done is, they have considered this as a gamma. Okay. So rho into G is gamma. So directly if you consider gamma as 900, in short, if you don't write here 9.81, so in that case you will get answer B. Okay. But this is mistake in the question. So instead of density they have taken this number as a gamma. You can claim this question. Okay. So let us go to the next question. So this question was asked for 2 marks in GATE production engineering. Question is very difficult. Okay. So this type of question I have taken in my class. If you have attended my classes, you will come to know that one question I have taken of this type. Okay. So that was actually GATE XC question. Alright. So what you have to find here? There is one tank. Diameter of tank is 4 meter. Height of tank is 3 meter. At the bottom of tank there is orifice. Diameter of this orifice is 5 centimeter. We have to find time required to empty this tank, right? How much time is required to completely empty this tank, that we have to find. Now how to get time? Time will depend upon 2 quantities. First is discharge. If discharge which is going out, if this discharge is high, then tank will become empty very early. In that case time will be less. Second thing is, it depends upon quantity of water inside this tank. If there is more amount of water present inside this tank, it means time will be high. So formula for time is volume divided by discharge. Alright. So this is the formula for time. Now one thing you have to note here is, the discharge of water which is going out, it is not constant. Why it is not constant? Because velocity of water which is going out is not constant. The velocity of water which is leaving this orifice, it is given by Torricelli's law as root 2 GH, right? U is equal to root 2 GH. What is H? H is level of water above this orifice. Now we can see that as time passes, level of this water is decreasing. It means this velocity will also decrease. It means discharge will also decrease. So this discharge is variable. So in such cases, you have to understand that you have to go for integration, right? So assume some intermediate level. Let us say this distance is small h. So at this particular moment, velocity is root 2 gh. Now in time dt, this level is decreased by dh. In time dt, this level is decreased by dh. Now find out small time required to remove this much amount of water. Okay. So that small time dt will be equal to volume removed during that time, let us say dV divided by discharge at that moment. So this is the formula for small time. If you keep on adding the small times, you will get total time. That addition is done by integration, right? Now let us simplify this. Discharge is equal to jet area into jet velocity is root 2 gh. dV is this volume. This volume is equal to cross sectional area of tank. Let us say cross sectional area of tank is capital A into this height. Height is dh. This dh I should write with negative sign. So in the expression for dt, I should take this dh negative. For that there is a reason. What is the reason? As time increases, h value will decrease, right? As time increases, h value will decrease. It means positive change in time will correspond to negative change in height. That is, when dt is positive, dh is negative. In order to have this positive value of volume, I should write here minus sign, right? So total time is obtained by integration of this. So integrate this dt from time t equal to capital T, where this capital T is final time. On right hand side also you have to do this integration. So minus a divided by small a into root 2g. I will take this outside of integration. Inside integration will be dh divided by root h. Now corresponding limits of integration I have to write. When time is 0 means at initial moment. When time is 0, height value is capital H. When time is capital T, height becomes 0. So initial height is capital H, final height will be 0. So integration of this is T limits 0 to capital T. This area ratio I can write as a ratio of diameters into 1 by root 2g into integration of 1 by root h is 2 times of root h. 2 times of root h. Limits of integrations are h and 0. So this is equal to minus d divided by capital D divided by small d whole square into this 2 I will take out. So it becomes 2 divided by root g into 0 minus root h, right? Root 0 minus root h. So this will be left hand side, it will be t minus 0. So t equal to, now substitute the values. Capital D means diameter of tank, it is 4 meter. Small d is 5 centimeter. So 4 meter divided by 5 centimeter is 0.05 meter whole square. T equal to minus sign is there. 4 divided by 0.05 whole square into square root of 2 divided by, what is value of g given? 9.81. So 9.81 into square root of 0 minus root of h. H value is 3 meter. If you do this calculation carefully, you will get answer 5005.8 second. Right? So if you look at options, closest answer is B. Look at this question. This question was asked for 2 marks. This is a simple question only. In the question, viscosity is given, pipe diameter is given, discharge is given. He is asking maximum velocity. So usually such questions are for laminar flow, right? Because for laminar flow, relation between maximum velocity and average velocity is very simple. For laminar flow, maximum velocity is 2 times of average velocity. 2 times of average velocity. For turbulent flow, relation between maximum velocity and average velocity, it depends upon friction factor, right? So this is for laminar flow. For turbulent flow, U max divided by V. So this will be 1.1 plus 1.33 into square root of friction factor. Now this friction factor is not given here. So from there you have to judge that this question is for laminar flow. But anyway, we can check here for Reynolds number also. So to calculate Reynolds number, first we'll calculate velocity. Velocity is equal to discharge divided by area. Discharge is 0.2 into 10 to the power minus 3. Area is pi by 4 into diameter is given 1 centimeter. So velocity will get 2.546 meter per second. Now from here you can calculate Reynolds number. Reynolds number is equal to rho Vd divided by mu. 1000 into velocity 2.546 into 0.01 divided by viscosity is 1. So from here you will get Reynolds number as 254.6, right? So this is less than 2000. So this means flow is laminar flow, right? So for laminar flow, maximum velocity is 2 times of average velocity. So 2 into 2.546. So this will be 5.092 meter per second. So he's asking round to 1 decimal place. So you should enter answer as 5.1.